Okay, now let's look at some problems here for this assignment. For this assignment, again, we're graphing. This is worksheet number 2, right? We're graphing exponential functions. Okay, so we're gonna look at the function that's given. We're going to graph the parent function, and then remember that critical point is 0, 1. And then you're going to see another property of the function where it has a vertical shift. That's what you're going to see today, the vertical shift, right? Vertical shift. That's going to be the part of the assignment today. The vertical shift, or remember the fancy word for vertical shift, right? This fancy math vocabulary. The shift is a move, right? We're going to move it vertically. Vertically is up and down. But, you know, the fancy word for shift is a translation. Okay, anyways. Here it is. Let me just jump into here. Number 1. Okay, so what if you got f of x is equal to 2 to the power of x plus 3? Right, we have to... Step 1 is graph the parent function. Graph the parent function. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do number 1 here together, and I'm going to do number 2 as well, kind of side by side. What about f of x is equal to 2 to the power of negative x plus 3? All right. Well, I notice the plus 3 and the plus 3 are the same. I notice the 2 is still the base. Again, don't worry about the base, if it's a 2 or a 3 or a 4. Just pay attention up here. Is that positive? Is that increasing? That's a positive, it's increasing. This is a negative. Okay, so watch here. Here's this one. Here's this one. What is the difference? Okay, so what's that critical point? Remember that critical point is 1, 2, is this one 0, 1. Remember the graph goes through 0, 1. Now I'm going to kind of plot the parent function is just 2 to the power of x. Let's just get that. Let's get that one first. I haven't talked about this plus 3. I know what 2 to the power of x is. That is positive, so that is an increasing exponential function like this. This is simply f of x is equal to 2 to the power of x. Okay, that's the parent function. This is the point. This is this critical point that I talked about earlier. But now what does this 3 do? What does this 3 do? Well, this is your vertical shift. This 3 right here, this plus 3 tells me to go up 3, right? Vertical is when it moves up and down. This is your vertical shift. And obviously if it's plus 3, it's up 3. If it would have a negative, it would be down 3. I mean, so that's it. We're going to take this parent graph, right? We got to have the parent function first at this critical point. Now, does that mean that you move it to 3? Right? Because it says 3, we move it to 3. No. Pay attention. Actually, I need another number over here. I need a 4. I need a 4, right? This means that from here, I got to get this point and move it up 3. 1, 2, 3. If I'm not starting at 0. Remember, if you start at 0, 0 plus 3, yeah, you'll get 3. But if I'm starting at 1 and I got to go up 3, well, 1 plus 3 is going to be 4. So now I got this parent function 2 to the power of x, and plus 3 means to what? Shift it up. Vertical shift up 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So now the dot's here. Now this critical point is here. And this is your graph. And that's it. That's what we're doing. But we first have to start with the parent function. I know what the function looks like. I know the critical point is 0, 1. Right here is 0, 1. And I'm starting from 0, 1. You're not starting from 0, 0. You're not starting from 0, 0. So this is the graph. And now this is not, this point is what over here at what? 0 on the x, up 4. Okay? That's the graph of 2 to the power of x plus 3. What's going to happen over here for this one? 2 to the power of negative x plus 3? Well, again, let me start with just the parent function, the 2 to the power of negative x. Again, the critical point here, these exponential functions, the critical point is 0, 1. Just like over here, 0, 1. Right, it passes through there. I know this is 0, 1. 0, nothing on the x, up 1 on the y, right? And now, and I did it again. Okay, well, it's okay. Now my parent function is not an increasing, right? This one had a positive x, so it was increasing. This one says negative x. So now this one's going to not be an increasing function from left to right. It's going to be a decreasing function. See, it's going like this. But it's still going through this critical point. So you have to start with the parent function first. And for this one, I know it goes through this critical point, but because it's negative, it's decreasing from left to right. So this is what I got to start with. Then what do I do with this? Or what do I do with this point? I know what the graph's going to look. I just got to move this point. Well, again, this is still your what? It's still your vertical shift. And again, we're going up 3. Not up 3 from 0, 0. That doesn't mean go to 3. We're not starting at 0, 0. If it was starting here, yeah, it'd be here. But I'm starting at 1, so again, I have to add another one here. This will be 4. This point's going to come up to where? Up 3. 1, 2, 3. To here. And that's pretty much what you're going to be looking at. And then just copy this graph. You just copy it up here, and it's coming down like this, right? That's what you're looking at. That's what's going on. So you have to recognize the parent function. You're either going to have a positive x, increasing function going through 0, 1, or a negative x, decreasing function, again, still going through what? 0, 1. This is my parent function for this one. This was the parent function, but then it got moved up 3. And this one, because of the negative, it's decreasing. So this is my parent function. I have to start with something first, and then I moved it up 3. You guys got that one? All right, so let's do a couple more here. Number 3. And again, it doesn't matter if it's 2 to the x or 3 to the x or 4 to the x. The curve is going to be pretty similar, pretty close, so don't worry about that. Number 3, what if I have f of x is equal to like 3 to the power of x minus 4? What about that? This is an exponential function. See, the x is up there in the exponent, but then I got this, and then subtract 4. Well, let's not worry about the subtract 4. Let's graph this function first, right? This is a positive function. Oh, okay. What do I know about these? I know that the critical point is what? Right here. And a positive x is an increasing function, right? Low here and high up this way. Yeah? Yeah. That's just this part. Now what is that minus 4, right? What does this minus 4 do? This subtract 4, which I just like kind of drew all over it. This is your vertical shift. Oh, easy. The 4 tells you how many spaces to move. The negative tells you which way, right? Up here was positive 3. We went up 3. What do you think this negative 4 is going to mean? To go down 4. Yeah, down 4. But does that mean to go down to negative 4? Negative 1. Oops, negative 2. Negative 3. Does that mean that it's over here down in negative 4? No, because you're not starting from 0, 0. Remember, this critical point is here. It's up 1. So I got to count down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's right here. Yeah. And then you just sketch the graph, right? You're moving this, you're starting with this parent function, and then we're just dropping it down 4 units. But from you're like at the first floor here. See, you're at 0, 1. You're not at 0, 0. So this is your graph like this, where now it's going through there. This is the final answer here, the final graph here. Okay. All right, one more. Number 4. What if I have f of x is equal to 1/3 x minus 2? Well, remember, we don't want to see these the fraction ones. We don't want to see this. I mean, we talked about how we can change this to have a base and an exponent. We know that 1/3 is really 3 to the power of negative 1, right? Because if you don't do that, then you're going to think that's a if you don't change it, you're going to think that's a positive exponent, and it is right now, but really the 1/3, see that 1/3, when you change it with the base, it has a negative. It has a negative in the exponent. So we change the 1/3 to 3 to the negative 1, and then with the x up here, well, here's really your function. See, now this, when you rewrite it, which I would like you to do, becomes this. This is the one you're graphing, see? So I want you to see a positive base, and I want you to see up here with the exponent. See, it's going to be negative here. If you don't pay attention to that, you're going to think that's a positive exponent. Really isn't, right? Because here's the negative in disguise right here. Okay. All right. So I ran out of space. Let me copy this over. So the 1/3 changes to 3 to the power of negative 1. So that's 3 to the power of negative x minus 2. Okay, let me graph that. F of x is equal to 3 to the power of negative x minus 2. Okay, we're trying to graph this. This is an exponential function, but it has a negative on it. That's fine. I got this. This is easy peasy. What do I know about these exponential functions? I know the critical point is right there. That's right. Whether it's positive or negative on the exponent, it goes through here. But when it's positive x, it's increasing. When it's negative x, right, increasing is going up this way. When it's negative x, it's what? It's decreasing like this, right? This is just this part. This one is just f of x is equal to, here's my, 3 to the power of negative x. You gotta have the parent function first going through 0, 1, this critical point. I gotta sketch that out first. And then I'm gonna move it. Now, if it says plus 2, I would go up 2. This one says take away 2, subtract 2. This is your what? What does this tell you? This is telling you something. This is your vertical shift, right? That's what we're doing. I mean, and that's it, because we've done something similar to this before, right? When we did the parent functions with quadratics and all that other stuff. But this one, there's a lot of similarities here. So just know your critical point, you're starting from 0, 1. This is a negative function or a decreasing exponential function. So it's graphed this way. And now I got to get this parent function and drop it 2. 1, and another one, 2. Right? This is positive 1, positive 2, positive 3. That's 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Don't think that this means to go and put it over here in negative 2, right? No, you're moving this down 2 units, so that's 1, 2. It'll be right here. Okay, and then the graph will look like this. Well, look, it'll just copy that one, but down here. Okay, we're strictly just doing that. Just knowing the positive graph and what the negative graph, and what the negative graph looks like, and then the vertical shift is just, you know, moving it up or moving it down. All right, good luck with this assignment. That's it.